Yes, I mean, of course, we planned this event long before, Sandy had gathered her forces. And I think the fact that Sandy did all this damage, created such pain and suffering for people and for animals, is really an incredible reminder of the importance of having HSUS and its animal rescue team capability and capacity. I mean, there are so many safety nets for people in terms of government and so many first responders, but there's really not much for animals, and it's really the nonprofit sector, and it's a very limited number of groups that have the capacity to respond. I mean, we set up 3 emergency shelters, one in Monmouth County, New Jersey, one in Ocean County, and then one in Nassau County, New York. And this was life-saving work for animals, and of course, it was so important for the people who care about them.
And do you think that rescue has improved and regulations have improved since Katrina, knowing what used to be the norm and what now is?
No question about it. I mean, I was down in Katrina. I was up in the impact zone for Sandy. It was a different world, not in terms of impact, but in terms of response. And the government really recognized that the animal piece was so important. The governor of New Jersey mentioned the pet piece many times. And we didn't face resistance in trying to elevate the prominence of this issue from emergency management personnel and from others. So I do think the policies and just the general recognition that the lives of people and animals are intertwined, and you just can't separate them.
You had some great news today on your blog about 100+ chimps.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a bit about what happened with them?
Yes, we at HSUS did an undercover investigation at the largest chimpanzee research center in the United States in 2009. And we documented violations of federal rules in terms of breeding, as well as just callous and unacceptable treatment of the chimps. We saw that some were isolated, they were literally in solitary confinement and had gone mad. And today, the National Institutes of Health announced, because of the discussions that we've been having with the agency, that more than 100 chimps at New Iberia Research Center, the facility that we investigated, are going to go to Chimp Haven. And we're putting up $500,000 to help build new facilities for them. So it's a big day, and it's part of our larger enterprise of ending chimpanzee research for invasive experiments. These chimps have served their country already. They're so intelligent, they're conscious, they're aware. And the Institute of Medicine had a panel of scientists and experts that said the use of chimps in experiments is largely unnecessary. And in the areas where they have yielded some information, we have alternative methods where we can continue that scientific inquiry.
Recently, you met His Holiness the Dalai Lama in India. Can you tell me a bit about what it was like partnering with him for animal protection?
Well, it was a real honor for me. I was so honored that the Dalai Lama came to Mumbai specifically for us as we opened our Humane Society International India office. And he's obviously a man known throughout the world. He's really a transcendent figure. He's a man who preaches compassion, inclusive of animals. And for me, it's such an important reminder that this is not a Western tradition only in terms of compassion and care for animals. There are so many Eastern traditions that remind people of their compassion for animals. And it was great to just give the Dalai Lama a bully pulpit to talk about our relationship to animals. This was the first event ever that he had where he devoted his attention exclusively to animal protection.
And last one. At the end of a very long day running the largest animal protection organization in the world, what's your favorite vegan meal to go home to?
I have gotten into baking, and I've been eating these vegan cookie bars that are pretty good. But I also like a lot of vanilla, so delicious ice cream. But there's also a sorbet place. It's a very long answer. I go down, it's a place called Patango, and they have this chocolate noir vegan sorbet, and I just wish it could last forever in my mouth.
Thank you very much for speaking with us today.
I should be so fat after giving all that litany. I break it up, I don't do it all in one night.
Any health food?
Health foods, oh yeah, well, I eat all sorts of healthy stuff all the time. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for all you guys do.
Thank you.
I'm a big fan of ignorancy.
As we are of HSUS.
Yeah.